Okay, so here is my final review page for LA Confidential. I just added a few final touches, like this little arrow here, which says turnover for my exchange of interest review, because that I want them to be in the same magazine. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. I think it looks pretty eye-catching, and I think it explains the film very well and promotes it. Okay, so if I was to turn over the page in a magazine, it would go to this one, Exchange of Interest, which is my own film review. So this is all finished and done. I am pleased with how it's turned out. I particularly like the star rating bit here against the red border. I think it looks really effective. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I have explained it and promoted the film. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to LA Confidential, and I'm going to just say I'm going to get up another picture of a film review from Empire magazine, which is this one, for the film Pineapple Express, which I found online, and it's actually an Empire magazine. I'm going to just compare it to this one, the one that I made, LA Confidential one. Okay, so to start off with, both of the reviews have a red theme throughout both of them. They both include like red strips, red borders, one at the top here, and then I've got one here. And then overall, just other red little hints of colour coming through, like they've got quite a lot of red text on theirs. And I've got red text here, and then a red arrow here. And just overall, they both have a red theme, although mine connotates, like, the red colour on mine connotates more of like a lustful, passionate, and like crime, danger, death sort of connotation. Whereas I think Pineapple Express, the red colour could connotate sort of like a happy colour, because Pineapple Express is a comedy-like film. So I think the red colour is sort of uplifting, eye-catching, and very happy connotation, which is different to mine. Both of the film reviews have the name of the film, so here, Pineapple Express and LA Confidential. The name of the film is the main biggest bit of text. It's very bold and outstanding and eye-catching. This is in quite a plain and simple font, but it's very bold and sort of catches your eye, and you're drawn to it straight away. So we know what the name of the film is. This is quite a different font. It's not plain or boring really. It's quite like a chic sort of Hollywood style font. But again, it's bold, it's eye-catching, it's the main biggest bit of text on there. And they're both coloured black against the white background, so that's a similarity. Both of the films include a little bit saying in cinemas, here and here. Mine actually has the date of when it's in cinemas, because I'm imagining it as if it hasn't actually been released yet, whereas this one is actually in cinemas now. But still, that bit saying in cinemas is quite eye-catching towards the audience. The word cinema is quite appealing to them, because it means it's easy and accessible for them to go and watch. They instantly, realise that, oh, I can go and watch it at the cinema, that type of thing. That, they know it says where to go and see it. However, I do like on theirs how they have a bit of a different background to the in cinemas bit. It's like orangey with a little black sort of arrow thing on it. That sort of makes it stand out a little bit more. However, mine is just black writing on a white background. Although I do like how the dates are in like an italic red font. I think that does make it stand out a little bit more. What else? Both of them include a big eye-catching picture, especially this one for Pineapple Express. I mean, the picture takes up more than half of the page, actually. It starts here and ends here. So that is a lot bigger than mine, whereas mine's only a quarter of the page. But still, I think, they both include very big eye-catching pictures that draw you into it, and they also both like screenshots from the film, parts of the film, which I think is quite a good thing to have on a film review. You don't want a picture of them posing or something like that, which would more likely be on a poster. You want a picture of them, like, in the middle of the film, so you think, oh, that happens in the film, and I want to go see that, sort of thing. They both include a star rating. So here it's not as big as mine, but you can just see slightly here. They've rated theirs 4 stars, and on mine I've got the words star rating and then 5 stars below it. Mine's a little bit bigger, which I think looks a bit better, because I think the 5 stars, are very appealing to the audience. Draws them in, makes them realise, oh my god, it's a really good film. It's been rated 5 stars. But I mean, they do stand out here on this poster because they're against the white background and on their own line, hasn't got anything else on the line with it. It's its own little area. So I think that is good, but I think if I was to change Pineapple Express film review, I would make them a tiny bit bigger maybe. So yeah, that's another similarity. Both of the pictures have a little caption on them, and I've noticed this quite a lot in film reviews, that or most of the pictures, they have a caption to the picture, which is usually quite witty, and it explains like what's going on in the picture, or just gives you a little bit of a hint as to what happens in the film. Mine says, Kim Basinger keeps it cool and sassy in her sexy role, teasing Guy Pearce along the way, and then over a very heated scene, ladies. I just think that describes this picture quite well, as it does look like a bit of a heated scene, a bit of a romantic in an intense scene, seeing as they're not wearing that much. Well, she's wearing a bit of a see-through white gown, and he's wearing, you know, a white shirt with it undone, and he's just in his boxer shorts. So yeah, and this one I can't actually read what it says because it's quite small, and even if I make it bigger, you still can't really read it. It's quite small. But I'm imagining it to be quite witty and funny because the film is a comedy film. So yeah, that's another similarity. Okay, and finally, I think just overall, they both have a main theme of red and black. This one, most of the text is in black with a few bits of red coming out here and there, whereas on mine's basically all black, a tiny bit of text in red, and then a red theme from the border up here and the red arrow here. Okay, so now I'm just going to compare Pineapple Express with my Exchange of Interest poster, which is what I made for our own film. These are pretty similar in the way that they both include a little section here and here of little like quick firing facts about the film, which I think is quite a really good part to have on a film review. It's quite engaging. On theirs it just says when it's released, the certificate, the director, screenwriters, releasing time, so how long the film runs for. Filming time, I think that says. I can't actually read it. And it gives a little synopsis of the plot. And then mine says the name of the film, starring, the genre, the running time, and the studio. Both of them are similar in the way that they include this at the beginning of their text. It's not at the end, it's right at the beginning, as you can see. And yeah, it's just, I think it's quite engaging for the audience. You know, that's probably going to be one of the first things that they read on the poster. And it just gives them a quick, you know, running through quick facts of what the film is about, what it involves, who it's by, things like that, all quite important things. Again, both posters include a red theme, but very different connotations. Yeah, so I think the red theme against the black sort of writing and text looks really good and effective. Red and black colours that work well together. Both include, again, a little caption on the picture, which I think is quite a good quality to have on a film review. And they both include a star rating again. They're pretty similar in that way. Okay, then now I'm going to just compare it to another film review from Empire, which is Salt. I'm just going to make that bigger for you. Yeah, I came across this when looking at Empire reviews online. And it's for the film Salt, which has Angelina Jolie in it. Okay, so this one, I think, is similar in the way that it both again have little quick facts at the beginning. Here, Salt Review has one here, and then mine has one here. Again, like I said before, I think it's very engaging towards the audience and quite a good thing to have. Another similarity is that on the quick firing facts, the little things like release, certificate, director, cast, running time is in bold and a different colour on this one, whereas in mine, the bits at the beginning are all in bold, not in a different colour, but still I think they stand out quite a lot. On both of them they have an overall colour theme, although they are different colours. Mine has a red colour theme throughout it, from the red borders here and here, whereas this one has an overall theme of blue from this bit, and this bit, and there's quite a blue colour theme to this poster, this picture as well. So although the colour connotations are different, most film reviews that I've looked at have a main colour theme to them, just to make it look continuous and neat and professional. This film review, has 2 pictures on it, whereas mine only has 1. I do think that having 2 pictures is actually a better quality to have on a film review. Although on mine, I don't think I could fit another picture in, as it's quite jam-packed. And I wanted to include all my writing. I didn't want to cut my writing down because I think I was really happy with how it reads and how it explains the film. But yeah, if I could have included another one, then I definitely would have, but I don't think I had enough space. But I think having 2 is a really good idea, because it not only gives you one inkling of the film, it gives you 2. It gives you more information about the film, more, another little screenshot from the film, so you know what you're seeing, things like that. I think it's better. Okay, they both include a little caption on the picture again. Most film reviews do, but I just think it looks really professional and ideal. Another thing that I like about this poster, which I haven't actually included on this poster, is this bit here on the picture. It says "Look closer," and then it gives a little bit of facts away from this film and other films. Just to look closer into it, and saying if you liked this poster, if you liked this film, then you'll like another film, things like that. So I think I could have included, maybe if I could have fit it in, another little box of quick facts about other films, or a did you know box saying Harry Long is also a model or something like that, or another little box saying if you liked LA Confidential, then you'll love Exchange of Interest, or something like that, just to give a bit more away about the film. But I do really like that aspect of this poster, and also I like how it's yellow, because this poster has a theme of blue and yellow, as you can see here, and here. Yeah, it has an overall theme of blue and yellow, and I just like the yellow background against this picture, and then with the blue on top of it, and then the black writing, and then the blue points. It just all links in really well, and then this blue bit down here with the yellow writing on top of it. I think it looks really effective. And it's quite an unusual colour to have, because Salt film is a bit of an action crime film, but having the blue and the yellow doesn't really connotate, conventions of that sort of genre of film. It's sort of quite the opposite, happy and mellow sort of colours, and cool, calming colours. But I think it works really well, different and unique. Okay, I also like on this poster how it has a bit of a caption here at the beginning, a quote, and it reads, "It's Bourne meets No Way Out as Angelina Jolie's spy goes on the run, ... So it's sort of like a synopsis of the film in one sentence, which I think I could have included here at the beginning, just above Exchange of Interest, just here, before the film starts. So, if the reader's not a sort of big reader, they don't like reading big bits of text, they can quickly just read one sentence, which obviously explains the film, but not obviously fully, it doesn't give you all the little ins and outs, but it gives you a bit of an idea as to what happens. I think that would have been quite a good quality to include. Okay then, so now I'm just going to compare this Salt one to LA Confidential. Again, they both have big bits saying in cinemas and in cinemas. But they're similar in the way that this one says in cinemas, and then I'll make it a little bit bigger. You can see it says from August the 4th to September the 3rd, and mine says in cinemas July 2nd to July 31st. So they both have in cinemas in quite big bold writing outstanding, and then the little dates and months as well next to it. Although I think that they could have made theirs a little bit bigger, because I just think it needs to be a bit more outstanding. I think mine's just about right, you know. The red colour links into the theme of the poster, and yeah, the dates and the months, quite appealing. Also, I think another thing that's quite similar in these posters is this one says spoiler alert with a little exclamation mark and a yellow background, which is part of their theme. Mine says exclusive films with an exclamation mark and a red background, as that's the theme of my review. I think this little like section of text is quite engaging for the audience. I mean, they're both sort of explaining different things, like spoiler alert. I don't really know. Well, that could be like explaining like alert, you know, very good, you know, films, spoiling it for you. You know, they're giving away a bit of the film. And then mine says exclusive films, an exclamation mark. So I think the word exclusive is very engaging towards the audience. You know, it's something exclusive, it's something maybe no one else has heard about yet, so quickly it's exclusive, read it. The exclamation mark makes it more engaging, more of like a bigger deal, makes it seem, whoa, you know, the exclamation mark is there. And yeah, they're both in capital letters, both make it seem more bolder and outstanding, and as if it's actually being like shouted at you, like exclusive films and, you know, spoiler alert. So although they're sort of saying different things, like this one is saying that this picture's been spoiled, like they're spoiling the film for you, it's a spoiler alert. Mine is saying exclusive films, and that this film is exclusive, and it also says how this not only is this film exclusive, but turnover for exchange of interest, and that film is exclusive as well. The way I've put films with an S says that not only is this film exclusive, but the film on the next page is exclusive as well, and all the films in that section of the magazine are exclusive. So I definitely wanted to include that on mine. I think it's quite good quality. And yeah, again, this one's got two pictures, this one only has one, but if I could have included two, I would have, but I wanted to include all the text. I didn't want to make the text smaller, I wanted it to be that size so it's readable for my audience. But to be honest, I was pretty happy with just this one picture. I think it gives away quite a lot of the film, you know, two characters falling in love, but this is the femme fatale, this is the detective. I like that simple picture. And yeah, a difference actually is that this one doesn't actually include a star rating. I've just realised. Oh, it does up here. Yep, it does. They have actually more than one. They have work from different magazines, like it's Unmissable with like 5 stars, and then other ones, I think, from other magazines or other companies. So they have more than 1 star rating, just so it gives you a bit of an idea. Whereas mine has just one overall, but it says 5 stars, which is pretty engaging for our audience.